What's up, people? I am back for another video. Sorry I didn't do one last night. I had to work early this morning. I didn't have time to do one. So I figured this video. Hold on. This video wasn't necessarily planned. This was more. I saw the Crow trailer. And I'll spoil it. I already watched it earlier, so this isn't like a reaction for the first time. This is just me basically roasting it. Figure make up for not doing a video last night, so I'll do two today. So we're doing this one, and then in the evening, like way later, I'm gonna roast Blumhouse. We're gonna talk about the state of Blumhouse, or I'm probably gonna title the video "Blumhouse We Gotta Talk," but pretty much, yeah, it's gonna be on the state of Blumhouse and just how just shitty they've become. And it's sad because I think Blumhouse, I'm gonna say this in the video a lot, they have potential. I think, they've made some good stuff, but it just seems like they've just gone the uber lazy, just lying route. So we'll talk about that later. But figure, right now, we'll react to the Crow trailer. Obviously, it's not going to be on, but I'll have the volume up so you can hear it. And man, it's fucking bad. It's pretty, and I'll say this, I've read the leaks, and literally they're true. This trailer pretty much fucking confirms it. That they basically made Eric Draven and Shelley fucking druggies. And that's not the whole point of Shelley. Was she was the mother. She was basically the surrogate mother to this little girl character that you see later, because her actual mother is a fucking drug addict. So that's the whole point. So they missed that. I don't even think that character's even going to be in this. You don't even see her. And I saw someone point this out when I commented on the trailer. It just looks like emo John Wick. That's literally what this looks like, but bad. And it's like, that's not what the Crow was. The Crow wasn't just emo. Granted, the Crow's before John Wick, but still, it just looks generic. And the worst offense, they played fucking rap music. I thought, like, for a second it was like Ozzy, like when the song kicked, I'm like, is that Ozzy? Like, no, some shitty rap music. It's like, oh my god. Anyway, let's just get to it. Let me take this in really quick. Alright. Let's go.
My person.
You feel like my person.
Okay, I don't want to pause this a lot, but I'll say this. They already Eric and Shelley have no chemistry. At all. Like, granted, you only... and to be honest, what made the original work, too, was you saw their relationship in, like, flashbacks, It makes more sense that way. I don't need... Because now it's just wasted, meandering time. If you're just showing their actual relationship before they die, and you don't feel anything.
So things.
Get over it.
I shouldn't have seen any
And
of
it
that.
sucks. So I guess Shelley saw something, and that's what it's looking like.
Please don't do that.
This is fucking terrible. This is already terrible. I know, guys, I'm pausing a lot. I'm only like 40 seconds into it. But holy shit. So they pretty much showed Eric and Shelley's death, and it's so much weaker. They just get choked out with a bag. That's it. I'm not kidding you guys. She just gets choked out with a bag. And I guess he does too. And it's like that scene in the beginning of the movie where you see what happens. It's so like, you feel for them because how brutal it was. This time around, we're just going to choke you out with a bag. It's like, alright, let me just let the trailer play for a second. I already fucking hate this.
When someone dies, a crow carries their soul to the land of the dead.
And this is another thing.
Sometimes
something
something bad happens.
The cinematography is terrible. One of the greatest things about that original Crow was the fucking cinematography. The cinematography was beautiful. In this, it's just
Until you put the wrong
looks
things
very
on.
generic.
We were given the power of a god.
Like, the problem I'm
But we're
having
running
is,
out of time to
besides
save
the
them.
fucking music. One of the greatest things about the show is the soundtrack is like the character in the movie.
I'm gonna kill
You're
them.
not getting that in
Every
this.
single one of them.
And honestly, Bill Skarsgård is not the right pick for the role. I like Bill Skarsgård. Works better as a villain. He's not a hero actor. I just think there's some actors like that that just don't work as heroes. I think he works better.
He came for us.
And it sucks. The main villain, I actually like that actor. It's the dude who played Stryker in X-Men.
It's not anger. It's love.
Action is so bad, dude. This fucking song!
What will you become?
Oh my god.
Love promises only pain. You have no idea what hell awaits you. No, I do.
How many people have you loved?
I'll never be alone.
Oh god. Okay, it's done. That was The Crow, guys. Or The Crows. This isn't The Crow. For one, they played fucking rap and like modern shitty music. One of the things that made The Crow, I'm gonna say it again, is the music. The music is almost like a character in the fucking movie. And then you're playing some shitty rap songs. It looks very generic. Like, let's just get that out the way. It looks so generic. Generic revenge story, and that's not what The Crow is. And I have to agree. Who commented, who said that this pretty much just looks like emo John Wick. It does. And it's not in a good way. The action doesn't even look good. The main villain's actually a good actor, and he's going to probably be wasted. And I bet you a lot of that action is from, like, the last act, because that's pretty much one of the leaks said, too. He does not suit up until, like, the very end of the movie. So pretty much that is probably, like, from all the last act. And it doesn't even look good. Just the action... Like, there's a scene where he shoots through himself. That could have been a cool scene in, like, another movie, but this... No. This shouldn't even be made. I spoke about this when I first heard about them even rebooting The Crow. The Crow didn't need a reboot. The reason... It didn't even need sequels. We were lucky with how great that original Crow turned out because of what, you know, with what happened to Brandon Lee. That's why it always bothered me they made sequels, and then now they're wanting to do a reboot. You're never gonna capture it, and this one clearly does. And even the fucking ending, where they play that shitty rap song. It's like, why? Why? I mean, granted, it would have been cringe, but at least just attempt. Even just take the music from the original movie. At least do that, because at least I'll have some good music throughout the film. No, it's probably gonna be shitty, like, modern pop and rap and shit. It's... Oh... And I like Bill Skarsgård. I don't think he works as a hero. I think he works so much better as a villain. That's why he worked great in in John Wick 4, or he was decent as Pennywise in the newer It movies because he works better as a villain. He's not a hero actor to me. And that turns me off. The fact that Shelley and Eric are fucking druggies, and pretty much the trailer shows it, because there's even a scene. I'm a stoner myself, but you can see him smoking a joint. I don't even really like that. I don't like that. I get it. They're rock heads. That doesn't mean they have to be druggies, dude. And even their death, which pretty much see all of. So Eric and Shelley just get choked out with a bag. Are you fucking serious? Like, that original... Granted, you don't see it, right? You see Eric get thrown out of the building, but you don't actually necessarily see Shelley die. Like, you just see she's beaten to shit. Very violent. Like, she got fucked up. That's all you can tell. But you don't necessarily know what happened to her. And then throughout the film, whenever he gets to all the guys who did that to her, you do get, like, the flashbacks of, her being raped and stuff like that. It was tragic. You don't get that here. They just look like they got choked out really quick with a bag. I don't know if that's just the way the trailer was cut, but that's what this looks like. And it's so bad, man. This trailer, it's just everything wrong. This doesn't even need to be made. And unfortunately, guys, I will be watching this for the channel. I'm not seeing in theaters. I'm not giving it fucking money, but I will see it. This is one of those, like, I almost have to, because I love the original Crow. Like, The Crow is my favorite soundtrack of all time, of a movie. Like, not score, but, like, just straight up a soundtrack. The Crow is my favorite. And the fact that you can tell we're not going to get that in this, it's going to be some shitty modern music. If you do get rock, it's going to be, like, indie pop. Or they may have, like, burnt, Dead Souls just to fucking get a cheap pop. But that's probably going to be the only song you might get from the original soundtrack. This doesn't have the aesthetic of the original. This just looks very generic. You can easily just make this, like, this looks like just kind of like the Batman. But even the Batman had at least had more aesthetics to it. This just looks like generic city. Yeah, man, this isn't good. This is gonna be so fucking bad. And they should have stuck to, because I remember they wanted to originally remake it with Jason Momoa, but then they canceled that. They should have just stuck to it, because now the fact that they actually still want to do this, and oh man, this is gonna. Anyway, guys, I don't want to meander too long. I wanted to roast this because The Crow is like one of my favorite movies of all time. And if we're going like CBMs, it's up. It might be like, it probably objectively is the best comic book film ever made. And the fact that we go from this to this piece of shit that just looks generic. Even just from the trailer, you could tell Eric and Shelley have no chemistry. Even just from the bits we see of the original, Eric and Shelley had chemistry. Just the little bits we see of them. And I'd rather have seen them through flashbacks. This just looks like they're going to spend, like, I bet you, like, the first 20 to 30 minutes is going to be the relationship. And I can already tell there's no chemistry there. It just feels like they're together because the plot told them to. So, yeah, this isn't going to be good, guys. Don't watch it. I hope this flops hard. I really do. I'm at least happy to see Grant. I was at work, so I didn't see a lot of the reaction, but I saw a lot of people, like, it was getting roasted. So that at least was good to see, because this looks like shit. Not necessarily woke, it just looks generic. And literally watching the trailer, just like, okay, it's true. Because even one of the shots, you could tell it was like a drug rehab center. You could tell that's what the place they were at. You could tell that's where they were at. So they're basically going to be killed by their drug dealer. Either that, or it looks like Shelley saw something and it's stupid. It looks just very generic, and that's not what The Crow is supposed to be. The Crow, the original, is like very far from generic, you know? So, but anyway, guys, I just wanted to react to that, make up for not doing a video last night. Later, we're going to talk about Blumhouse, and it's sad with them because I think, like, they could be like an A24, make great movies. Yeah, not everything A24 makes is great. They might make some weird movies sometimes, but they at least try and experiment, and legit experiment, not what Blumhouse claim they do. So we'll talk about that later. Tomorrow, I'll figure out what I'm going to do, because it depends on if I do end up seeing Pooh, Blood, and Honey. I am going to see it. I just don't know if I'm going to pay. I might just wait for it to go on a site. So if I do that, and it's not up tomorrow, I'll just do something else. I'll probably, you know what? Okay, this is what we'll do. Since we didn't do Police Academy 2 this week, and I still kind of want to watch it, what I might do is, if I don't end up seeing Pooh, Blood, and Honey tomorrow, or it's not on a site on the seas, let's just say, by tomorrow, like maybe evening, we'll just end up watching Police Academy 2, and we'll just review it. And then I'll be back doing 3 next Tuesday. But anyway, guys, I'm going to call it there. This movie's going to be a piece of shit. And I'm going to ask you guys, just avoid it. I'm not even paying. I'm just seeing it for I feel like I have to destroy this movie. When I first heard them even doing this, I feel like there's a part of me that just needs to destroy this movie. So that's the only reason I'm watching it. But thankfully I'm not giving it money. I've always felt like The Crow should have never been remade. It never should have got sequels. Because how crazy the story was with what happened to Brandon Lee. And the fact that we still got an incredible movie like we did with that first Crow. I just feel like you should never touch it again because you're not going to get that same magic. And I've never seen the Crow sequels, but from what I heard, they don't. And then this one I think is going to be worse than them. So anyway, guys, I'll talk to y'all later tonight. If something happens and I don't end up doing it, we'll just do the Bloomhouse video tomorrow. But I'm gonna do it tonight. Anyway, guys, I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.